but we'll see in a second.
Yeah, at least they'll have the decision.
Wow.
Suyo goes up. I think RLG are banking on that CC being gold, or they're not expecting like a Harith to show up anymore because at least Suyo doesn't have a lot of magic damage to worry about other than the Lunox.
Wow.
So yeah, it is CC gold. They go Phoveus EXP, Suyo in the jungle for them, and then Roam Cho. So I always like it when there's a Grog on the other side, there's a Cho and vice versa, at least.
Hopefully, for RLGSA, they can utilize this Yuzhong to the utmost potential because it is kind of a win.
Okay, so general vibes with the drafts. Any preferences here? Let's start with you, Marco.
Just because of the Suyo, man. I'm a Suyo hater in the current patch. I'm going to go Guangzhou Gaming.
All right, what about you, Shepard?
W Modi.
Start off strong. It's them versus GZG.
Oh, man. It's really tough for you to swap between roles, especially up against Guangzhou Gaming, who are just so versatile, man. Initially, I think we were expecting Owl to be on the marksman picks. Now he's just been full fighter. I think 3 games he's played, all on fighter. It was Sora, then, what was game 2? I forgot game 2, but then now a CC pick in game 3 of wildcards for Owl.
Ooh.
It was Freya.
Freya.
Yeah.
That's a new sight. Like, I've never seen a Claude that picked up the BMI first over the first skill, but that's just how it is if you're up against the CC. You want to evade the strings as much as possible.
Seems like he just wants to be able to poke a little bit, or also use it for vision. Maybe he was also worried that maybe Owl would just run straight into the nearest bush to surprise him with a yo-yo blitz. Yeah, and it seems like that he just keeps using it to check bushes.
Yeah. Looks like the rotation is going to be on towards the XP lane here for the mid duo of RLG. So they definitely know the plan because they have the Jushin, they have the Cho, a lot of mobility there, and also the mid prio, that dominance in the bushes.
I like the setup in the early game here for Guangzhou Gaming. They're not taking any risky plays, just freezing the lane in the mid lane, trying to get that prio first. And even in the bottom lane, Modi, understanding the matchup, knows he's going to lose out on the all-in, so he just waits for the Yuzhong to use his skills on the minions, and then he tries to freeze it to maybe set up for a gank.
By the way, Renmar, you've mentioned it already. The lack of magic damage is already hitting in this early of a game. Warrior boots for X-Ying as well as a mid laner. You don't see that very often, but that's the consequences.
Yeah, I guess with all of the threat of physical just surprising him from out of nowhere, makes sense also to just pick it up and play it safe, but seems like Guangzhou is really going for more a conservative approach with how they're handling the mid, their item selection. Seems to be they're just looking to find a weakness first before they pounce.
All right, HHN gonna be all in there. That's the wow, flat drive from Yuzhong, kind of there on the back line now, jumping in, Phantom Execution over to Radan, and it's X-Ying who secures the turtle. Modi jumping in again, Infernal Pursuit, the Dark Wave doesn't land, but they gets a tech charge on 3. It's a big double for the roamer. Owl walking back.
I really wish it's still named Wild Charge because it's the wild card also. Because that was really wild coming in from Mel.
I was about to say wild charge, not gonna lie.
Keep it that way. Keep it that way.
I mean, it's been wild charge for the longest time. Maybe old habits die hard. Is that the
Wild card?
Yes, the thing about old habits, what people say. So, in terms of the emblems, a little bit more agility, but we're not seeing them use it just yet. And it seems like, yeah, our theory was right. Wait, okay.
He does have Purify, but he just goes for the brilliance.
Yeah, and he's also out of mana as well. Might as well just trade some damage. And by the way, I just realized that Owl is on a Purify, not really the usual side that you see on a CC with a Vengeance. I thought it would be a Vengeance just because of the fact that it's up against a Claude too, right? Like it or not, the Claude is going to hit in the back line, and Vengeance is a good way for you to punish that. But they prefer the safe route. But look at this, Modi.
Really good Dark Wave, but the way the Dragon locks him down. Modi, he's been able to make a lot of plays, but this time with 3 members on him, it's tough.
Yeah, it looked like Owl just accepted his fate. He didn't even use that Purify you just pointed out.
Rare L from Modi, but he's got to bounce back for sure because he is in his prime.
Whoa, X-Ying actually. Okay.
Ah, wait, I just realized for a moment there, it was Modi that got pounced.
Yeah.
Not Owl. I'm still so used to seeing the CC get played in the XP lane.
Absolutely, man. I just want to say, though, I actually like the Purified choice in this game over the Vengeance. Yes, you're going to be good against the Claude, but at this point, you're really just playing for the team more, right? You're getting tempo against the Claude, rotating over, and the Purify will help you way more against the Yuzhong and Cho.
Guangzhou still playing steady. I mean, the counter-punch style worked out for them after that turtle, so, I mean, don't fix what's not broken.
Yeah, as they're gonna set up a turtle here. It's looking, oh, Guangzhou Gaming.
I don't know about the way to Dragon over on Maze, though. Now it's going to be Modi jumping in with a shoulder bash. Oh, in front of pursuit over. Dark Wave as well. Pancake's going to be taken very low. Modi will get the kill on him. As Turtle gets started. Tech charge lands onto HHN. Caught in the bad spot. The shoulder bash locks him. And Cannoneer picks up a very easy kill. Good flicker from Modi, but it's answered by the BMI.
Honestly, it's definitely still a W for Guangzhou Gaming as they're gonna take the turtle here, but it wasn't that bad for RLG SE, considering that they're up picking a marksman in this early of a game, and that Claude joins the fight and still somehow kind of made a difference, just a bit.
Yeah, I feel like Pancake getting that kick onto that Grok would have been better if it was a little bit later in this game. Because you saw his entry with the Blazing Duet was perfect. He just does not have the damage yet.
Oh no. Thankfully no flicker just yet from Mei here, and RLG knows that the threat is there.
Oh man, it's so good by Guangzhou Gaming though. As a gold laner, this is tilting, man. When you have the gold crab, or sorry, the gold cannon minion get zoned away from you.
Great control by GG. Oh, Hehe cannot arm up against the CC. It's way too difficult. And RLG, they're just behind the tempo. They cannot match their rotation, and now their gold lane suffering for it.
Yeah, it's an easy turret here up top. This is just how it is if you win the lane and also knows how to rotate. So far, RLG SE is definitely a step behind of Guangzhou Gaming in terms of rotation, even in the mid lane, which is supposedly, when you have a Jushin, you are going to be super dominant. Seeing it's not Gansha at all.
Maybe that's why Radiant's Legend is slowing down a little bit in the mid. As we saw there, he just straight up went for the Chaos Assault with the ultimate. Oh, man!
Oh, man, that'll bait out both Crimson Beacon and Flicker. The current call will lock Hehe down as Owl looks to be the one with the last lap. Hehe forced to use the Flicker in forward with Blazing Duet as well, but Owl's still doing so much here. Has to sustain, gets through a Modi, catches him on the Shunpu, and it's X-King with just one into the Brilliance.
Poetry in motion by Guangzhou Gaming. And right now, Radiant's Legend Gaming. The map is definitely red right now. That's a desperation Blackjack form that resulted in nothing.
GG. I like how they're using ultimates at the center of the map to take control there. And it's not just they're trying to bait out abilities, they're also using that knowledge of what Radahn or Pancake has used so that they can get plays elsewhere. And yeah, because of that, RLG just now have to accept the fact that they will not be able to control majority of this game. They're gonna have to find a way to crawl back through macro or sheer miracle and luck.
Yeah, considering that they're on a Yuzhong as well, and the value of Yuzhong is so far almost non-existent, man.
Yeah.
0 objective win coming in from Radiant's Legend Gaming, and this should be something like a time bomb for RLG currently. With this much scaling heroes too, Lunox is gonna scale heavily to the mid game.
Seems like the more we really look at it, any point. Oh, Modi!
Dark Wave with the Flicker. Radahn does not have any of the blinks available, so it's free. Mei tries to bait out the Furious Dive, will be able to do it. Knows HHN does not have the Black Dragon form up.
Not looking good at all. Not just the Yuzhong, even in the early game, if the Claw does not have the farming space that it needed to have, if you dive in, you're gonna take more hits than you deal hits to them. So that's super, super bad for RLG.
Still, similar to day number 1, Modi making it look easy. Now with this Phoveus, yesterday was the Yuzhong that really put him on the map. Quick look at the items. Main frontliners, War Axe for the Phoveus, Dreadnought there. Well, there's a Dreadnought, and still just Dominus Ice for the Grok.
Oh no, that's a good wall. Oh my god, did Pancake miss the Shunpu? Yeah, I think he did earlier. Now Thorn Rose by Cannoneer, the man who brought him to Guangzhou Gaming, technically.
Unfortunately, and now he has to, you know the meme of like, I don't know which movie was it from, like, I don't want to shoot you, brother.
Am I just too old to know what you're talking about?
Maybe it's too niche for you.
Yeah, let's go with niche. I'm not an unk.
And again, like, it's just so tough for Pancake to look for the pick because Owl has the Purify, right?
No.
They have to use the way the Dragon Appeal.
Oh my goodness, they just kicked back the Phoveus.
Sad.
Yeah, it is very difficult for, if you're a Radiant's Legend fan, if you're Guangzhou Gaming, it's business as usual. Again, it's literally everything that you're asked for, taking the conditions in the map individually. Everything's just going right for them. Yes, they've suffered just a couple of kills. They lost a tower at the bottom, but that was because they traded that.
Yeah, and if they're down to inhibitor turrets for RLG here, the wave clear is quite abysmal here
Oh, yeah.
for RLG. I guess Suyo is not that bad for a jungler. Hey, he's a marksman at the end of the day, but it's a single target marksman. And Jushin, definitely not a lane clearer as strong as it used to be.
Yeah. Modi's just gonna jump in now, forcing the Crimson Beacon out, and Modi has already baited so much, he's gonna call Will Lock Pancake down, but Black Dragon Form now comes in with a blazing duet as well. The Petrify lands, but they're also tanky. Modi gets away, jumps back in, tech charge from Mei. Ashrid gets the killing spree, but Guangzhou Gaming secure the Lord, and now it's Cananeo. Venom Execution, read the BMI, Thor Road!
Oh my
Clean
God.
puncture.
A cannon event for Guangzhou Gaming. Once again, Canoneo is just dancing in the front of RLG's players. Deja vu on what happened in the first match for Guangzhou.
That sequence was just a perfect example of what this game has been for GZG, where RLG seems like, you know what, let's go for it. Again, perfect timing, perfect entry by Hehe, but they just did not have the damage. They did not have the items. Guangzhou then found the perfect counterplay yet again, the re-engage by Mei with the tech charge. Way too good.
Yeah, and when you have this much, you know, gold lead, but you gotta wait for a second, maybe? No. I'm actually surprised that Canoneo is equal in damage rate there.
So yeah, the good thing about the Suyo is when you're in a 1v1 against a physical damage dealer, you're still pretty good, man. You have that damage reduction. It's just, when you're up against Magic, you're cooked.
And it's up against Lelunox, which is one of the burstiest and best magic damage dealers that we have currently in the metagame.
And I love the way that Xings plays this Lunox, man. Not on a flicker, which allows you to be aggressive, but he is still very much aggressive with the Purify, knowing that he has 3 tanky boys at the front that can take a lot of damage for him.
Yeah, also helps a lot that his ultimate literally allows him to escape being untargeted. And kick. Try to force it
You
out.
gotta try.
Yeah.
Xing, very steely nerves. He did not pop the Purify. He did not pop his Brilliance. He knew that he'd be fine.
Has Xing and Owl used the Purify at all this game?
I think so. It was on cooldown one time, I think,
Okay.
for Owl. Maybe.
So Xing, no? Just Owl? Owl has used it once?
We can check it later.
Okay. Oh, wow. That was a feint.
For 12 minute, no holy shield at all. Xing,
Xing.
1v1!
Still doesn't use the Purify. Might have to use
Dragon.
it now as the whole team tries to collapse on him. Xing, there we go,
Oh.
pop in a Purify, but a tech charge comes in and HHN won't be able to do much.
The composure, man. Look at that.
Yep.
He's not panicking at all because he knows that the rock is there. Mei with a good punch or like a knockback to the other side of the map.
That was terrific. Purify just walked away, made it look cool while HHN looked like he was pressing a lot more buttons. At least he didn't use the Petrify. Just sacrificed the Black Dragon form, but that Purify, excuse me, is going to be coming back real quick. BOD now for Cananeo. 3 core items locked in. And with the Blade Armor on the Grok and Hehe's going to have a tough time being able to deal damage comfortably.
Look at Pancake. He knows Xing doesn't have Purify, so he's really trying hard to find an angle, but unfortunately, Guangzhou Gaming are sticking together so well.
Yeah, the fate is not in their hands for RLG. It's just waiting for a mistake coming in from Guangzhou Gaming. The lead is already almost 7k. Might actually be 7k after this Lord, and there is absolutely no way. Oh, maybe it is. Hail Mary play.
Yeah, he actually is able to find Xing there, but the Petrify comes in. Xing still able to pop in Brilliance in time as Mei goes into the tech charge, but won't be able to find him too much. Cananeo still as consistent as ever on the red tree. Goes over to Puncture. Mei already running back, but Modi gets a kill. Oh, another! That's a double Infernal Pursuit constantly. He'll finally go down, but he's baited enough resources for Cananeo and Mei to clean up.
I thought Phoveus is an early game hero, but when you're up by this much, what can stop you? And there's no magic damage as well. The itemization just works out well for the Phoveus. No damage at all coming in from RLG and Mei.
He's flexing.
Yeah, he's asserting dominance.
Xing is trying to ult the base, goes for the Brilliance to reset the aggro with this wave. It certainly is going to be the end for RLG in Game 1.
Guangzhou Gaming still riding the momentum from yesterday, and of course, with the substitution.
This, the Cho, you have to have a lot of mechanical skill to actually use that to perfection, and it's not really a good synergy either with the Jushin, right? Yes, you win the mid trio, but in terms of damage, there's really not much that the Cho can be followed up towards.
Yeah. In the perfect world, maybe it's the Yuzhong, but then when the Yuzhong was just outclassed by the Phobias of Modi, 3, 3, and 8. Yeah, it's undeniable now why the server that he's on looks at him and says that could be the next big thing, and he is putting his name out there as one of the best XP laners in the world.
3, 3, and 8, but it's really not about the KD, it's about the impact he had around the first few neutral objectives. And it was, again, Modi who stopped HHN from getting good Black Dragon forms and then peeling for the rest of the team.
Yeah. But shout out to Mei too.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
my vote too, Mei.
For me, it's Mei. There's a lot of really
Bad
solid
one.
ball charts. That's one of them. I think there's a lot more plays too that Mei has made in this game. The peel and also
Yeah.
the composure to be able to provide for his teammates. But yeah, Modi did his job as well, as good as Mei so far, especially in that one exchange in the late game that really won Guangzhou game in the game, even though they kind of already won the game in the mid game.
So value here of Mei, a little bit more obvious, I would like to say. But I like the little moments that Modi had, just a few little dark waves, a shoulder tackle just to mess up with the opposing team just a little bit, or just enough to set up for things like this. It was actually a setup from Modi that ensured that Mei would get a beautiful tech charge in there.
Then obviously Cannonale, crisp clean always. We see Michelle here, kind of worried despite the fact that they were dominating.
Maybe he was worried for RLG.
Oh. Again
guess.
though, Mei tech charges really stopped the tempo and the momentum that RLG could have had with this competition.
Honestly, that was too close for comfort, at least for me, in that kind of scenario. When they're up by like almost 8k, there's no reason for you to fight a 50-50 battle in the Lord Dance. Especially in a Suyo, right?
Yeah.
Suyo versus Lancelot is kind of like a 50-50 because you have the extra damage